Welcome, welcome,
Hello.
welcome,
Hello.
welcome, welcome, everybody, to today's Tish Talks Tech. I just want to say I'm so excited, and I hope you are too. We have been teasing this particular interview for weeks. For weeks, we've been teasing this interview, and I have been waiting for this interview since I asked, which was around share time. I got to meet these fantastic students. There was like tons of them. It felt like at Share, and just completely, um, what's the word? Inspired. Just really felt this love, if you will, because there's these new people that we saw that were just amazed by what uh, the industry was doing. Can we please just welcome these folks, these students, these future pioneers of service and excellence, the Albany State students? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have a few of them today with us. We have Ella Okoro, we have Valeria, and
Hello.
we have Jason. And I just really, really appreciate you all coming on. Thank you so much. How are y'all doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for this opportunity. We're very grateful.
You
Yes,
all
very,
are
very beautiful.
you're so welcome. You are so welcome. I'll go ahead and just to let you know, we have Mindy Guidance. I'll try to be respectful of time, and I'm not going to talk your ears off. I am letting you know we've got chat going, chat's open, um, and so we probably have some folks that will chime in here and ask questions. Last week, I had on the show with us a wonderful guest, um, the mentor. I don't know if you are familiar. Most people are. Leslie Browder. They usually reach out to her once they um, get into a position so that they can be able to really accelerate in their position. Um, she's like she's the whisperer. and and I was telling her about you all, and we were talking about y'all live on the show. And you know what she said? She said, "Can you ask them what they need? What do they need from industry?" And I said, "You know what? Let me write that down." And so, just to let you know, folks are serious. Like, they're like, "Oh my goodness, we have these new individuals that are just out here. They're blooming, they're growing, just completely amazed by you all, and so excited to have you." So I'm just so happy that you're here. As you can see, welcome to the show. I just want to get started. I know that we have you all are in different years of your studies, so
Yes.
I'm just going to get started by the way that I see the screen. So let's get started with Valeria. Um, Valeria, tell us a little bit about yourself, and we'll get started with you.
I'm a senior, majoring in computer science with an emphasis in information assurance. Um, I should be graduating spring 2024.
Nice, nice, love that. Uh, and you have a dream job lined up.
Not yet, but I have two interviews at least.
They're knocking.
Yeah.
I keep telling folks they're knocking. They're knocking. It looks like we here comes chat. We've got Devonte already. Hey, Devonte.
Oh, hi, Devante.
Hi, Devontae.
Well, that sounds excellent. And let's go ahead with keep going. And I have Jason. So, Jason, can you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself? Jason, can you hear me?
Yes. Hey, everyone. Hi, everyone.
Okay, cool. Go
My name
ahead.
is Jason Lowe. I'm a 24-year-old senior. Um, I go to Albany State University, computer science major, and I am a I'm an upcoming graduate in this fall semester, December 2023.
Nice, nice. And do you have a dream job lined up, Jason?
I have a couple.
It looks like
I'm
I
eager
lost your
to
visual.
learn. Uh-oh. Sorry, I'm having there's some connection issues.
No
Can you
worries.
see me now?
No, I can't. But we'll come back to you.
Okay. Okay.
All
Okay.
right. All right. And then let's go ahead and let's get Ella.
Okay, so my name is Ella Okoro. I am a rising junior at Albany State University. My major is computer science with the emphasis in mathematics. And like Valeria, I'm also looking for internships. My dream job is to be a software engineer. And so luckily, I'm happy that I have an interview lining up, and I hope I do well on it.
I
Oh,
hope you do well too.
I'm sure. You
Thank you.
know what? I'm not hoping nothing. I know. I already know. Uh, you know, I don't know if you all know this or not, and this is I know y'all know it, my special guest, but just to let the audience know, Ella was integral in helping me to gather our guests and to really just manage this whole process to make sure that everybody was able to come together. She got all the bios together. She was the one that made sure that all the pictures were done. Ella was integral in basically the whole project management of this was me and you from what all the way from Share, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's a
Yes, we
process.
talked that share.
It's not easy, is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Now that I think about it, it has been about a 3-month process.
It's
It
a
really has.
process. Yep.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a process. A
Mm,
lot of folks don't know, like, wow, is it how you just call people and be like, hey, you want to come on the show? No,
no.
there's more to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Mm,
hats off to you. If I had a hat, I'd do the little hat thing with you.
mm,
But yeah, thank you, Ella, for that. You have been phenomenal, and I just wanted to say thank you, and
mm,
let everybody know that you you the one. You are the one.
mm.
And so let's see here. So now that we know a little bit more, it looks like we have some questions. I have Rita Pearl here. She said, "What is information assurance?" Who had
It's
said that they were doing? Oh, that was
I did.
that's you.
Um,
Yeah,
so
tell
it's
us
like
more.
cybersecurity, basically. It's just another name for it.
Okay, okay. And what does that entail? Give us a little more.
Um, like encryption. I don't know how to explain it. I'm sorry,
No, that's
but
okay. That's okay. But it's more
it's
uh,
to keep data like encrypted,
Secure. Uh,
secure.
don't
And
we?
secure.
go ahead, Ella.
I believe we don't we have a cryptography class at ASU as well that we can
Mhm.
take as and a computer networks class as well that we can take for the information assurance class as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you're making sure that your data, like you're looking at your data sovereignty. Whose data is it? Where is it kept? How is it secured? I love that. I love that. That's amazing. And Sherry, hey Sherry, everybody say hi to Sherry. Sherry says, "Awesome job, Ella. We love that." I want to ask you all some questions. You know how much I love my questions. So let's get let's get right into it. I want to ask you, what even motivated you to get into the tech space? Because this is not easy, but it's great, right? Like, and you all grew up during a time where technology is booming. So tell me more about that, and anyone can start.
Um, okay, so I'll start. So originally, I guess you can say like we, especially my generation, we grew up with technology as one of the foundational things that we've always had throughout our entire life. And so, with me, I'd say that started with video games. I love video games,
Same.
as I think a lot
I'm
of
not gonna
people. Yeah, as a lot of people in my generation and previous generations love video games. So I kind of started with that. Also had a deep love for YouTube, and because of that, once I got older and started going to high school and middle school, thinking about what I wanted to do, I said, and I said to myself, what are some career options? And then I just looked at things that I already did, which was I love playing on computers. I already love games. What can I do with this? And so I think also a mix of it had to be that during my high school years, I was in quarantine as well. So I wanted to pick up a new hobby as well. So I saw, a coding video using Python. I was like, this already kind of goes along with the video game thing. I see a lot of people use coding to make video games. Let me try that. So I did, loved it, created my own games with it. I was just like, wow, you
In
can do
high
so much
school,
with this.
in high
Yeah,
school, on your own.
yeah, yeah.
Keep going.
And thank you, Coding with Mosh. His YouTube channel is a YouTube channel that taught
Mhm.
me how to code in Python. And so I was like, I love this. How can I continue doing this and other things? And I was like, I can go to college for computer science. And then I learned more about computer science. I was not just coding, but everything along with it. I was like, I think this is the major. So that's how I became along with computer science. And then with my mathematics emphasis as well, which is another reason why, like ASU, you can have an emphasis with your major as well.
Right.
I know that computers usually the language that computers use to speak is mathematics. So I thought it would be a really good foundational emphasis for me to have along with computer science to be able to understand it just a tiny bit more. So
And
that's
it
the
tickles
journey of
with the
how I
numbers,
started.
doesn't it? It
Yeah.
tickles. It feels good, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. And what about you, Valeria?
Can I come back for a second?
Sure.
My laptop's like running very low right now on battery.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'll
Absolutely.
be right
See you
back.
soon. And Jason, are you with us? Jason? That's okay. So, Ella, when you chose ASU, you were talking about you could you could choose to come through and have an emphasis in mathematics, and you were talking about
Yes.
how you liked that because you knew that your computer talks in ones and zeros. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so, and that's actually a funny story as well because there are three emphases at ASU with the computer science program that you can choose,
Yeah.
and that's mathematics, information assurance, or cybersecurity.
Hmm.
And then you also have the business emphasis. So I was like, it's like once you get to like your sophomore year, some freshmen, but usually sophomore year, you choose your emphasis. So I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I know I don't want to necessarily do the business one. And
Okay.
so I was trying to choose between mainly information assurance or cybersecurity and mathematics. And so I was like, I talked to my professor, Professor Little, more about it. And
Yeah.
he gave me some great advice. And he was like, Ella, which one are you really leaning to? And I said mathematics. And which one do you also want to do? The cybersecurity or information assurance.
Yeah.
Which one can you get certificates in? on your free time with IBM. By the way, shout out IBM
Shout
badges.
out IBM. Yes.
Oh yeah, and I'm an IBM ambassador, so thank you for the badge system, IBM. And so
Yay.
my professor recommended that to me, as along with Dr. Owar as well, recommended me to do that as well. So I chose the mathematics. I chose the mathematics emphasis,
Yeah.
but I learned something recently that you can do two emphasis.
Get out of here.
so,
So what?
so I haven't.
Tell me about the dream. Let me know about this goal that you fixing to crush and surpass. Exceed
So
the
I,
expectation. Let's hear about it.
so I haven't. I didn't know this until one of my fellow students at ASU said, "Oh yeah, he graduated in spring of 2023, but he said he wanted to come back to do the mathematics emphasis." So I was like, "You can do that?" He was like, "Yeah," and so I haven't applied for it yet, but I do plan on doing the mathematics and the information insurance emphasis as well, along with the badges. So,
Good for you. Good for you. And think about all of the stuff you're going to learn and how you can apply it. Just, ooh. Oh, yes. That's just going to be so good. So good. So, Valeria, I hear you. I just don't see you. But go ahead, take your time. Um, so you said that you have an interview lined up. Is this an interview for an internship then, Ella?
yes, yes.
Are you super excited?
I am very excited. And so last summer, I had an internship at UCF,
Okay.
University of Central Florida, with the Hyper program. And so I was really looking forward to doing another internship this summer as well. And so luckily, I have an interview, and I also have a coding assessment with IBM that I will have to do soon. So I'm hoping that they go well. But
You all are just booked and busy all the way around. I am so excited for you. Jason, are you with us? I logged them both back in, so hopefully I get some feedback from them soon. But we can continue to talk, Ella. So you have those two. I want to move forward. So tell me this. You're obviously standing out because, and all of you are, because, the students at ASU, especially, under Dr. Owar, I mean, there's a lot going on. You know, there's opportunities there that a lot of folks just do not even know about. And then you guys just, boom, you get it, right? Tell me about what that's like. How do you go about gaining that type of opportunity? How did you do it?
yeah, so sometimes it's kind of difficult to explain because sometimes you'll feel as if there's so many opportunities you're wondering which ones do you go for, right? And so when it comes to that, I think it also is very important on what your goal and life is and what you wish to achieve
Mm-hmm.
in in life and what you want to do later in life. And so but you also, when it comes to internships as well and internship opportunities, you want to stay open because when it comes to, for instance, mainframe, I had
Right.
heard about it, but I didn't necessarily look at it as a viable option for me in the future. But after going to share, I see it as an option and I see a lot of opportunities for it, especially at our school. So I think the way I go about looking or picking the opportunities that I want to pursue is by keeping an open mind, but also knowing or essentially having the goal for what you want to do and always having room to change it as you go along in your college journey and of course your journey after college. So
Right.
I think
So
that's
you knew that you have choices because you've made you've made a spot for yourself essentially. You've created your own luck. I love that part. And you're an IBM ambassador. Tell me
Yes.
more about that.
So I actually became an IBM ambassador after Share. I didn't know this, but Dr. Or told me, yeah, after you attend Share with IBM, you become a Share ambassador. And so I was like, wow, I did not know that. And so I joined Adia, who was also on your show earlier this year, and being
With
an
Dr.
IBM
Omar
ambassador.
Monte. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. And so I joined her along with Dr. Or, and now I'm an IBM ambassador. And as an IBM ambassador, specifically, we're almost like a peer mentor for the fellow students at ASU, but we're also our ambassadors of IBM badges and how important they are to get, and also how excellent and amazing they look on your resume, and to future possible job opportunities. When they see them on your resume, they'll be like, "Oh wow, that's a
Oh
really
yeah,
good thing." Yeah,
yeah.
and
They're
they offer a lot.
the
Oh, and they
IBM
offer a lot of foundational skills.
absolutely. The IBM badges are heavy. They're heavy,
Yeah.
and folks need to understand that digital credentialing is such a big deal. Um, Hi, Jason, and love the lights, and
Thank you.
it's it's huge. So I think that as an IBM ambassador at your school, doing a lot of heavy lifting, you are. So you've helped you've helped me with this particular session. You've attended Share. You're telling others at the school about some of the digital credentialing. You're trying your best. Um, Ella, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Hats
Yeah.
off. That is amazing. So
Well, thank you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Um, Valeria, are you good?
Yes, I think I'm good now.
Okay, cool, cool. So I want to talk about Share because that's where I met you all. That's where I met you all, and we have Dr. Say chime in. He's saying amazing, which you all are. Let's talk about Share. I met you all at Share. There was a big group of students. We have a picture to prove it. We all got rounded up and took that picture. That was probably one of the most fun nights, or was that at night? Yeah, one of the most twilight evenings that we had. And um, how was it gathering to go to Share? Tell us what that was about. How did you get involved with Share, Valeria?
So I got an email about an amazing opportunity to go to New Orleans with some of my classmates,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it was like I couldn't pass the opportunity because it sounds so good, and we got to learn so many things about the mainframe. And at first, I was a little scared, or I would say nervous, just because you'd be meeting a bunch of recruiters, and it was kind of intimidating. But
Really? I can
yeah,
see that. I can see that.
yes,
It's a big conference.
yes,
It's huge.
especially because I'm just really shy person.
I can feel
But
that.
yeah, but people there were really nice and were very passionate about the mainframe, and yeah, they had a lot of knowledge to share, and it was better experience than I imagined.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part probably was meeting new people
Mm-hmm.
and getting to know like people getting to know people in my college more. Like Ella, like I got to know her a little bit better. She's pretty great. Um, we share a lot of like common interest, which is very surprising.
Mm-hmm.
um, and it was just like I don't know how to explain it. But
Yeah.
like everyone was so kind, everyone was so excited to like learn more and meet new people.
Yeah, it was really an amazing experience, especially being in New Orleans. The heat. First, let's talk about the heat.
Yes. He was
Oh,
I think we
oh,
all
the heat.
can agree that it was entirely too hot.
yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
It was entirely too hot in New Orleans.
yeah.
But I'm originally from Texas, so it kind of was like, oh, this is it's no big deal. But I'm kind of sort of used to that type of heat. But it was even hot for me. So, but
Yeah, and you can imagine like we had to drive all the way to from
Oh,
Albany to New Orleans in a hot van. No air conditioner. We were sweating.
yeah,
there was no air conditioning in your
Mm,
vehicle.
yeah.
How?
we were that dedicated to go over there.
Oh wow! So y'all drove from Georgia to Louisiana with no
Yes.
I remember saying we became a family. Like we became a
Yeah.
Definitely.
really big
You will
family.
definitely remember it. That's for sure.
y'all were making memories.
Yes.
That
It's
is for sure.
it's
That
crazy how my connection came back when you were talking about that.
you were definitely making creating memories. Um, I heard that, but I forgot all about that. And I think when I heard it, I said, are y'all sure that they didn't have
Yes.
no air? It's hot. Well, I'm so glad that you all made it and that you got a lot out of it. What about you, Jason? Tell us about your experience to share.
My experience, it was, I want to say bittersweet, but when I really think about it, it was almost like a double sweet, if you
Yeah,
may. Um, Even from loading up, hitting the road to the AC going out on us to the stops we made to the laughter, the sweating, the getting there, networking, seeing some familiar faces, meeting new people, meeting you. It was just a great experience. I feel like as you get older, you kind of you kind of realize, the things that come with life, and you just notice like how fun life is. Like I'm young, and you know people our age, I think, I guess our peers, they may say, fun is hanging out with other friends and stuff, but man, I had a blast, and I enjoyed every bit of the experience. Just being able, being fortunate and grateful enough to be invited to share. And to be able to road trip with my classmates who now are a little bit more closer to me than they were before. You know, so I mean, I'm just grateful. I'm thankful. I'm blessed to have experienced it. But overall, like the experience was great. It was a great experience. And I really wish that I was kind of not graduating so I could come again in the spring. Well, I mean, I'll be able to come, but just to
yeah,
be a student again and be there as a student. The two times I went, especially the one in was it Louisiana? Yeah, that one was the trip was just amazing. I enjoyed it.
yeah, yeah. Of course. So now that you all have had the experience and you've made the memories, tell
Yeah.
me about what you got, what your impression of the mainframe is, because for a lot of folks, they don't even know. They have no idea what a mainframe is. And they say, oh, that's something that we see in the movie. So let's start with Ella. Tell me what you gleaned from Share about the mainframe.
So I would say from Share, I learned how important the mainframe really. is when it comes to everything. Because I remember, I believe that was my first spring of being at ASU in spring of 2022. I attended one of Dr. Owar's sessions that he has with our IBM club, and it was about the upcoming Z16. And I understood it was very powerful. It would help with fraud prevention in banking. And I understood that, but I didn't realize how powerful it was until I came to share. And I learned how, even though cloud computing is something that is, it's new, it's upon the horizon, really right now, mainframe cannot be replaced. And I don't think I would understand that as much as I do now if I didn't go to share. So I think that's really what I learned a lot.
I I really appreciate how you put both the cloud computing and mainframe in that sentence, because
Mm,
the mainframe virtual, that's like what it does is the
mm,
virtualization like at its peak, right? But the mainframe is the mainframe, and you can have, why not have both mainframe and cloud,
exactly.
and it's kind of like, you know like you can have tea and coffee, you can have
Mm,
this and that. So,
mm.
oh, hi David. Do you all know David Stadaka, IBM champion? um
Sounds familiar.
Ah, yeah.
so David Stadaka has a question, and let me put it here. He's saying, did everyone end up with a share membership? That is a good question. Did you all sign up for your share membership? That may be
I don't
something that you want
I
to
don't
look
think I
into.
have.
Yeah, I don't think
I
I
don't
have
think I
either.
have either. I think I need to sign up for it now, though.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, you may
Yeah.
want to do that. And he's also letting us know, what? David, are you the plug? He said it's free. What?
Uh
So,
oh.
Okay.
and then set up and gave us a link. So that must
Wow.
be a student thing. So maybe that's something that you all may want to do. And he says hi.
Hello.
Hi, David.
Hey.
so yeah, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. So thank you for sharing that with us, Ella. And let's go to Valeria. And what tell same question. Mainframe. What did you learn from Share about the mainframe?
I learned that it's very in high demand, that it's reliable and there's a lot of stability in it.
Hmm.
Um, hold on. Now, I also learned that it's used for banking, like Ella said.
Hmm.
It's very secure. It has it encrypts data very well. Um, has a lot of it processes a lot of data, but in a very secure way.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
yeah,
I love
I
that.
didn't know a lot about it until I went to the conference.
Right. And there's so much information that we get, right? That it's like, it's so hard to just, somebody asks you that question. It's like, I have a whole notebook here of things that I want to tell you, you know? So
Mhm.
I totally get it, because it's a whole thing. And I was talking to, like I said, I was talking to Leslie Browder last week, and she was saying, there's so many things that we do on mainframe, and she was like, you turn on your favorite streaming channel, how do you think you get your movie so quick? You know, because it's all transactional. How do you think that you get your money and your statements are in real time? How do you think that you're able to access your health data, because it's on somebody's database now, right? So um, I love that you said that, Valeria, because uh, at Share, that was kind of like my, it was my first mainframe conference. And when I finally saw with my own two eye, that one was not it, but Share was my first one, but when I finally got to see a real mainframe, like a real one, I was like, wow. So it's taller than me, right? But but everybody's taller than me. You guys have seen me. I'm fun size. I'm little, but but it's like it's. I was thinking that it was going to be like this huge machine, but no, it's like it's not even bigger than like a refrigerator at your house. It's smaller than that. Like you can just literally just put it in a corner. It's and it packs a big punch. It runs the world, and folks don't even know that. So I think that's a really cool thing. Now, David also gave us some more information. He says, following up on membership, it's actually called non-member account, but it still gives you access to all the public content and participate in blog and forum discussions, which is a huge part of the value that members who pay $199 a year get. And so,
Okay, nice.
yeah, that's pretty
Perfect.
cool. That is pretty cool. And Jason, what about you? What did you learn about mainframe while you were there?
So, how can I explain it? Mainframe is a lifestyle. Um, I think that's the best way I can kind of put it.
Do tell.
Um, it's a it's a bougie lifestyle in a good way.
What?
Um,
Wait a minute.
um, I think that's why not too many people know about the mainframe.
Yeah,
It's not as, I guess it's not out there as much as say for instance social media would be, or TikTok or something like that. But I think I won't say it's a members only type of thing, but um, people definitely need to know more about it.
it's
I've learned.
definitely Neiman's, not Saks.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Um, like I said, my professor, Dr. Or, he
Hmm.
was like the first person who really kind of broadened, I guess, my horizon, like my mindset when it came to the mainframe. I had heard of a mainframe before, but I was thinking it's some huge uh reading Devontae's
Devontae's a
comment.
mess.
But yeah, I was always thinking it was some huge computer. It took up like a building, or something like that, or like a couple rooms. And
Yeah,
then we learned about it, and we saw pictures, and he actually had sessions that he would do after his class. Um, and we would like meet up and we would talk about mainframe, and he logged it. We created accounts for the IVM accounts, and we did badges, and then like from then on, and even all the way up into the first share conference I went to back in the spring, and then the one I was fortunate enough to attend this semester, this fall semester. I've learned so much. Like mainframe is really a lifestyle. It's like it really runs a lot of the stuff that people rely on and depend on every day.
every day.
It's crazy. Like just when I really realized about a mainframe or learned about a mainframe, I felt like, man, like where have I been at? Like where like I have a problem. I won't say it's a problem, but like I figure out things and I learn how powerful things are, and I feel like I learned about it too late. Like man, like I should have known about this like earlier. And it's I don't know, it's crazy. I can't find the words to explain
I
about what I'm trying to
Yeah,
explain about the
I
mainframe, but
I
it's
think
just
I
so
feel you.
big.
Yeah, yeah. I think I feel you on that. It's number one. It's not too late. It is not too late. It's never
Right.
too late because you're still living it. We're still
Hmm.
on social media,
Hmm.
mainframe.
Yep.
Every time, if you go out and you look at anybody's website,
Mainframe.
that is
Hmm.
a major company that does any type of heavy transactional work, they use a mainframe,
Right.
guaranteed. So, um, you know, even if they are the largest provider of cloud, they have a mainframe shop. People don't understand that. So, it's it's such a beautiful thing. There's work to be done. There is work to do. There are jobs out there, and there's so many companies that are looking for people like y'all that are graduating, that are hungry, that have the capability, ability to learn this work, to learn this ecosystem. And you all are the ones, the ones. And I just absolutely am so happy to have met you and to have seen you there. And let me tell you, even every time I pass y'all in passing in the hallway, I would see, and I'm gonna pick on Valeria because let me pick on her real quick because I would see you in passing, and I want to say it was either a tablet or a notebook and some sort of writing utensil, and she was like, and
Ella did the same.
like, and I said, what is so important? But you were writing stuff down, and I said, I love that. I love seeing that it was so important to you that you had to write it down. And then when I saw you all, Jason was like, wait a minute. Wait, we have this to go to. You were like the schedule handler, it seemed. And you were like, hey, y'all, we have to get to blah, 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 blah. And then Ella was like, wait a minute. We also have, Ella was like, crowd control. We have this. We have that. Y'all were just this a company in itself. You were just organized, and it just was so wonderful to see from afar, and you all were standing and waiting and listening to the folks that were like when one of the gentlemen, my grand boss, we won't say his name, but when my grand boss, that's what we're going to call him, came up and decided to, grant y'all with some gems, were your hearts not burning? We were just captivated, because he was dropping all of that information. And then there were so many other people from other organizations that were just giving you guys all sorts of info. And now look at you. And you've gleaned all of this wonderful information. And so let me ask this. So in the future, if let's say Orlando, what are we doing? Are we going to try to get to share?
Yes. Yes.
Definitely aim for it.
Definitely. Not a question. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and Jason, tell us more, because you sound real passionate right about it. Definitely. I'm there.
The goal is to try and get the whole department at ASU, like the whole computer science department there. I know that may sound, I mean, I guess it's a lot of students, but share is so impactful. The students need to be there. I don't understand. I
Tell
don't
us
think
more.
that. Yeah, so I don't think that all of the students or our classmates, our peers, I don't think they understand the impact of just being there at the conference, like what it can do to them. So coming into it, I looked at share as an opportunity.
Okay.
Now share is almost like that family reunion where you have to be there to see everyone, and to convene and to network more. And like, it's something that you have to put on your calendar and agenda, right? And like I said, I've only been to 2 share conferences, but share is even something that I'm looking to go into, post graduation, when
Yeah.
I'm, wherever I'm at working, taking time off to come back. It's just that vibe that's there. Um, Even Professor Cameron say we every time I see him, like, he's just so happy to see the ASU students there and Dr. Or and everyone. It's just it's a welcoming environment. So yeah, I've been talking to Dr. Or and just kind of seeing what the like the ballpark estimate of students that they can bring as far as the conference goes. And I was telling him that I'm really I really want all of the students here, like all of the computer science students, really student like any student that can benefit from the opportunity to be there at the conference. They have to be there, because that's just how impactful it is. That's just how important and serious it is. And I know our former like students like Devontae and even Stephanie. I know they can attest to it. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Excellent.
we gotta be there.
Got to be there. Got to
Yeah.
make the effort to attend. Anybody else want to chime in as to the
I
importance
think
of going to share?
I think Jason pretty much covered everything. The only thing I'd like to add, and it's the same thing he said, is we really, really, really do need more students to come because it's
Yes.
so impactful.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And tell me, I keep hearing that it's impactful. I keep hearing that it's important, but I need to know why. I think that's what I want to hear. I want to know,
So
why is it important? Why is it important to you?
I think I can answer that. So
Okay,
it's okay. Let me
take
not
your
get ahead of
time.
myself because I get excited when I'm talking about this stuff.
I do
Um,
too, and I'm not going to get passionate because I start moving
yeah.
my head
So
and everything.
right. So I think that well I know for a fact it's 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 just about almost inspirational how one conversation at the reception at the share conference can really change your lifestyle. It changes your life.
That's
Like,
it.
you know, now you've networked, you've talked, you've created a connection, you've created a relationship with somebody, and they can help you maybe get an internship, or maybe they can point you in the right direction of where to go for that, or maybe they can help you taking the next steps to get a job, or maybe they can help you um, to get your certifications, badges, whatever you need to work on. Maybe they can just introduce you to one of their coworkers, their colleagues, someone like one of their good friends that may not work with them, but they've crossed paths before in some form of it. It's like I said, it's so many different ways to get connected at Share. Share is more than just like a networking opportunity. Of course, we learn stuff there. We learn more about the mainframe. We meet people. Like it's I don't know. It's so many things. Like I said, I'm getting excited. I'm trying to kind of maintain it, but like I said,
You're
it's so much.
enthusiastic.
It's so much to gain from share. So like and that's why I was stressing and saying that you know like more students need to be there, and not just ASU, but students from everywhere, every
Mhm.
university, college, any student, even high school. Like students need to be there because um, the the foundation that has been laid for share it reaches it helps students it helps people that's in the workforce that's working in different companies like I said I look at it as like a family reunion like everyone unites everyone can come together and talk and learn and share different things and everyone can just kind of work together it brings unity
It
so
brings
you know
unity.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. And what you're saying is true. And it's more than, it's like you go, you're going to learn something, but you don't know who
Mhm.
you're going to meet. And you
Right.
don't know
Mhm.
who's going to be added to your family.
Right.
Mhm.
And
Definitely. Yeah.
that's the big part. And that's the exciting part about it. I love that. Anybody else want to share why it's important to them?
I think it was important to me because when I first came to share, I was very nervous about going up and talking to a person because usually in social interactions I get a little but once I talked
Like,
and
Me too,
so
Ella.
And so once I talked to one person, I was surprised because one person knew another person. And so I
Mm-hmm.
talked to that person. And then another person would know two other people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'd meet the other two people. And then those two people know everybody I just met. And then everybody I just met knows everybody at the entire conference.
Right.
And I say it's an attest to the mainframe's tight knit closeness and family and community oriented. Like I feel like in the middle it's just a big family, like Jason
Mm-hmm.
was saying, and it's so family oriented and community oriented, and it's really united as one. And I think that's why Share was so impactful for me as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Valeria?
It was so inspirational. Like it made me want to go out there and learn more and like um take more time to learn more about it on my own time.
Mm-hmm.
It just made me want to develop more skills and to
Yeah.
really push through. I don't know how to how to explain it, but it was
Take
just very
time.
inspirational, incredibly inspirational.
Mm-hmm. So when you got home, how did you feel after experiencing all the people, learning all the things? How did you feel? What did you bring home with you?
Um, I don't know how to answer that.
It's
Um,
a lot. It's like a loaded question, kind of.
I think I can help her.
Huh?
I was saying I think I can kind of help my classmate out a little bit if she doesn't mind.
I don't mind.
So,
Okay.
and the reason I said that is because I call her Val. I don't know if anyone else can call her that, but I call her Val.
People call me
And
Val. Yeah.
Oh, you should tell me.
so, me and Val, we were talking after the conference. It's almost like going to school and having that the fun day, and you come and you tell your family, your mom and your dad, "Mom, we did this or we did that. We had so much fun," or like the I forget the like spring flings. I don't know if you guys had those in school. Yeah, so like that's the kind of
What, when dinosaurs walked the earth? Yes, we had those.
so
Yes, Jason, we had those. And
no,
the sock hops and the pond.
I didn't mean any
We
offense.
had food
I,
when I went to school, Jason.
oh,
We had
oh
that.
yes, ma'am. Yeah, so
We had cell
that's the
phones when we went to school, Jason. We had cars.
I know you're
Get
just
off
as
my
young
show.
as us.
I'm just playing with you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, but I was just saying, like that's it's just so it's exhilarating, and exciting. I literally told so many people at the college at our university about the conference, and they're not even computer like I don't think. Well, I won't say Share couldn't kind of help them, but it was just that exciting, including like our journey to Louisiana and like I don't know. I was telling like the dean about it, and um even like I'm really good friends with one of the custodians, and like we talk a lot like before and after my class. I was telling them about it. Like when I came back, I was just so excited. I felt like I learned so much, and that it was just a lot of fun. Um, so just reaching out and talking to people. I've never had an experience pertaining to school or like, for possible job opportunities that, made me want to just talk about that said experience before. Um, Share has opened that door because, every time I've only went twice. I know I'm making it sound like I've been there like 10 times, but,
That's more
it's
than
just
most people have gone. I can tell you that.
right. It's
Yeah.
definitely a fun experience, and
Students.
it makes you
Yeah.
want to talk to people about it, to tell them, because you're just like I don't want to just enjoy this by myself. Like this is something that we all can enjoy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I like that. I like that. Val, is it okay if I call you Val?
It's totally okay.
Okay. It says so. because I probably done chopped your name up 17 times,
It's all
but
right.
it's okay. It's okay. People chop my name up all the time too. And so that's why I tell them, just call me Tish. You're good. But y'all, that is, I'm so glad that you had the opportunity as students to go to share. That is, I think if most people were able to go to share as students, they would be able to make informed decisions as to what they wanted to do with their computer science degrees. It
Definitely.
would be, it would, they're like, oh, because everybody's like, oh, I'm going to do this. But
Yeah.
when you find out that there's more to it, like Val with her um, uh, security, how much can you encrypt? Well, Val knows now that there's like some super duper encryption going on mainframe. You know, um, so there's a lot, and there's a lot that you could do if you know about it. But if you don't know, how,
Right.
what do
Yeah,
you?
I feel like not a lot of
Hmm.
people know about it.
Right.
Yeah. So
It doesn't stop here though.
now it's left up to you all to be able to tell others what you know, right? And so it's just, it's really a cool thing. Now I'm gonna get into the business. How was funding? Because like, did you all have to come out of pocket to be able to get there?
Well,
No,
mm,
well,
so
Was
I
it
don't
any
know.
expense?
Just
I hate to
well,
put you on
so
the spot. Like, I'm not
no, no,
paying for
no,
it.
no. You're fine. You're fine, Tish. I was just gonna say, um, it goes back to being grateful and thankful for the opportunity. Um, the school, or I'll say Dr. Orr. I'm not sure like who all was behind every piece of the
Yeah,
finances,
for sure.
but he was able to extend the opportunity and help us. I mean, besides like just food or like the I guess the extracurriculars, like whatever else we could have wanted while we were there. Of course, we did that. We paid for that. But as far as like um, like hotel costs or stuff like that. Like I said, Dr. Or he helped. Yeah, he was able to be behind that, like help us with that. So, um, we like it's grateful. We're very grateful and thankful for that. But no, not like financially, like just paying out of pocket, like every student. Um, like we really didn't have to do that. No.
That was amazing.
Yes, it was great. It was a great opportunity. Like I
That
said,
is a
this blessed.
super opportunity.
We're definitely
Yes,
grateful.
definitely, definitely.
Yes.
Shout out to Dr. Owar and team,
Yes,
because that's amazing.
yeah.
So
That made the bus ride okay with no air, no AC. That made it okay because we're like, okay, we don't have AC, but at least we're able to still have this opportunity to go down, and be a part. So.
I would have sat there. I would have sat with a baseball cap on some leather seats and no seatbelt,
Oh
like the
my.
way we used to do it on Fort Hood back in '85. You think I'm playing? All the way
Man.
from Albany to New Orleans, and with the snack pack of Jello pudding, a tuna fish sandwich, and a Pepsi, and kept it moving and been like, I am perfectly fine.
Yes,
It was
Mhm.
definitely worth it.
it
So
was. Yeah,
enough.
it was
I
worth it.
look, either way, listen, y'all, I'm grateful. I'm grateful, okay, that y'all were able to attend. Any shout outs that you want to shout out while we have a couple of moments before we end?
Devontae, Mr. Hawkins, I want to shout him out. He said I should put it on the shirt. And Devontae, if you're still here, you're still watching. I need your help with that. I want to patent that. I don't want anyone to take my quote. But
Hey,
yeah.
you know who you look, I'm all about people in their bag. You know
Yes,
what? As long as it say
definitely.
something like I was on Tish's show,
Oh, on the back of the shirt.
hey,
Right.
I need some attribution. Somebody gonna say something about me.
Got
Okay.
you. Yeah, it was said on Tish Talk set. Yeah.
Listen, it can be an eyelash and that's it. Okay.
Oh
I'm not
yeah.
playing with you. Do you be in your bag?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody else wanna shout out anybody?
Shout out to Dr. Ower for giving us the opportunity and for still providing us amazing opportunities.
Yes,
Definitely.
and for the
Definitely.
provisions. Amen.
Yes.
And
Yes. Definitely.
And shout out to
uh,
Ella for setting this up. And
yeah.
for Tish.
Aw. Look, y'all could have
Where's
come
my
on here.
mind?
You guys
Yes.
made it
Shout out to you
possible.
guys. Yes. Yes.
You look, I would
Great
y'all
opportunity.
come on here with the bowl of cereal, and I would have been okay. Because I'm so happy to have met you. Because I know how, just speaking with you at Share, I was just so like, I love them. I felt like, I said, oh, they could be my kids. And so it was just really cool to meet you and to see that you all are just out here making it happen, and I love that. I love that. So, Ella,
Oh, yes. And also, I'd like to shout out to everybody who attended today. I'd like to shout out Tish. Thank you for this opportunity. I'd like to shout out Dr. OR for giving us the opportunity to go to share, as well as our other computer science professors, Dr. Professor Little, Dr. Hu, and Dr. Rusta. And also, I'd like to shout out everybody who's watching. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. And thank you again for this opportunity.
you are so welcome, and I'll go ahead and take the plane to its final destination.
One
I
more
just want
thing.
to say, huh?
I was gonna say just one more thing, if I could say one more thing.
Go ahead.
Um,
Yes.
so I was gonna say, that, we were talking about how share works, like how you're talking to one person, and it kind of changes the trajectory of where you're going. Um,
Yes.
if we're being honest, going to the share conference is kind of the reason why. Well, one of the big reasons why we're on this show and we're able to talk about it because we met you, we network with you, we talk with you, and so if that doesn't show, just by just showing up to share what that can do for you, I don't really know what else will.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that's crazy. So I I just want to say thank you to you all for showing up on time, for being here and doing the thing. Um, I know that we are so busy and that things are just all over. Everything is wonderful, and I hope to see you at the next conference. So the next conference is going to be in Orlando, and we will get together. Hopefully, you know, and my screen just shifted. Sorry, I'm like, what happened to my screen? I've got three, so I'm just like, where is everybody? Uh, but yeah, it's been wonderful, you all. I'll go ahead and close down. Thank you, everybody, for coming on to the show today. And um, let me shout out a few. I'd like to thank IBM with the Student Ambassador Program. This is a wonderful tool to prepare individuals to be uh, wonderful individuals and to prepare them to help their peers. And if you do not know about the Student Ambassador Program at ASU, give Ella a shout out because she is an IBM Student Ambassador. Um, what else? And then I'd like to also say thanks to Sherry Shara for coming out and supporting us today. And for everyone else, David Strawdocker and Devontae Hawkins. Did I miss anybody? Rita Pearl, um, and Dr. Say. Thanks, Dr. Owar, and for the staff. Um, and we will the staff over at ASU. I'd like to also thank all of the IBM champions that are helping to make these programs strong by offering their mentorship. Thank you, Leslie Browder. Um, and also, uh, thank you, community, mainframe community. Thank you, Share. The Share organization has been really putting some effort into making sure that our students are a part of the community, feel welcomed, also um, enveloped into our community. And so it's like a really big hug for them. And we're just so happy that they're here. So thank you, Share, for that and for providing the provision so that they can be able to attend. So we'll see you all next week. We have Mo Allo on, and he's going to give us everything. If you have never met Mo, go look him up on LinkedIn because he's sensational. So thank y'all so much for coming on, and we will talk to you soon. Say bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
See
Bye
you later.
bye. Have
Bye.
a nice rest of your day.